Remaining in Cascadia, we move. Geography. We move down the coast to Portland, Oregon, where the Portland Timbers were managed by Gio Savarese. They finished fourth in the West last year, 17, 13, and 4, with 55 points, and went to MLS Cup before losing in penalties. The issue is lots of turnover on this team. Maybe not lots, but enough to be worried. Starting in goal, they lost Steve Clark, which means currently they are looking at either David Bingham or Ivacic, which I don't think he got too much game time. I'll be honest with you, at right back, I don't know who they're going to play there.
I think it was like Van Rankin last year.
Yeah, and Van Rankin's gone. I don't think they actually have a.
He's still on the roster at the moment. I don't know if he is gone or not.
Is he? When I went to Transfer Market, he is not there.
This may not be updated. I'm not sure, but this is MLS's website.
Yeah, no, MLS might not have updated, but Transfer Market's been pretty up to date, and he's not on there. So right now, I'm going to put in Pablo Bonilla. He's the only one there who could do it, and I guess Luis Mabiala. But if you're crazy enough to take him out of center back, you probably don't get a job. But anyways, right back Bonilla, center back Mabiala and Zuparic, with left back of the year Claudio Bravo. Extra time, we're talking to you.
Let me quick update for you. There is an article 2 days ago that says Van Rankin is set to re-sign with the Timbers. So
he's coming back. Cool. So
yes.
As of right now, it's Bonilla, but in 45
it's most
minutes,
likely going to be Van Rankin.
In 45 minutes, it might be Van Rankin. 2 CDMs, Diego Chara, David Ayala, their new signing, interchange with Christian Paredes, George Fachivi, with Sebastian Blanco newly resigned right in front of him. Moreno or Andy Polo on the left, with Chara and Aspria on the right. And then Mora and Nias go to, interchanging again up top there. So a lot of really good attacking options, but they are thin in the back line. Do you think they improved?
I mean, seeing as how they didn't bring anybody back and lost their starting goalkeeper, I'm going to say no. I mean, I should say they did bring people back. They didn't sign anybody new. But seeing as how they didn't sign anybody new and lost their starting goalkeeper, I'm going to say no, they didn't improve.
So they did bring in David Ayala, the center defensive mid from Colombia? Question mark.
Oh yeah, their U22 initiative. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so then I'm going to say they didn't improve. I don't think they really improved, but I don't think they really got worse either.
That's fair. Okay, I'm sorry. He's from Argentina. He came from Estudiantes. So, however, they got him and they brought Blanco back, and if Van Rankin comes back too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brought in 2 backup goalkeepers, lost Clark. I'm going to say that they didn't improve per se, but didn't necessarily get worse, kind of like you said.
Yeah.
Another big one, right? Somebody, Diego Valeri's gone. I know he didn't play a super large amount, but he's gone too, and that's Portland history right there.
Yeah, that's the face of the team.
Yeah, that's massive there. So I'm going to say no, and I'm going to say that things that they need are outside back help. Right? We talked about the right back, a starting goalkeeper that's not David Bingham. I love David Bingham. I think he's a great shot stopper, but not David Bingham. And some sort of center playmaker. I like Sebastian Blanco out wide, creating in the wide spaces. And I think they need to bring somebody who can be a true number 10.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Best addition, like we just talked about, they didn't really bring anybody in. So David Ayala kind of takes that cake. Biggest loss for you?
I'm thinking Steve Clark at the moment, just because they haven't really replaced him. But I mean, from a sentimental standpoint, it's Valeri for sure. Like, sure, maybe on the field they won't really feel it, but I mean, this guy was the face of the team for the fans, for the organization. He's going to be missed, that's for sure. But I'm going to go Steve Clark at the moment.
I completely agree with that. I'm just looking for my eraser so I can clear off. Because we're on Portland. Nice. It's crooked. Nice. Yeah, Clark and Valeri for me as well. I think obviously Clark not replaced and Valeri face of the franchise, right? All right, give me that player to watch.
Ooh, it's a tough one, honestly. I'm gonna say Yimichara.
You love a bit of Yimichara, don't you?
He's pretty, I would say, underrated in the league. I think he's up there with some of the best attacking wingers in this league, but doesn't really get the recognition that I feel like he deserves. I don't know exactly why that is, but yeah, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on Yimichara this year. I think he will hopefully start to show some more true colors of just how good he is.
It's a cop out. I think the right answer is Blake Bodley.
Blake Bodley, yeah.
Yeah, he got a little bit of time last year, worked himself in, but with all the kind of players getting a bit older and moving around, and I think he'll get some more time, and he might be the next homegrown in line for Portland to break out here. So, I'm going to ask you, what's the biggest question going into this year for Portland Timbers? What do they need to think about?
I'm going to say they need to think about goalkeeper. I think Steve Clark was good for them. He wasn't top of the league for them, but I still think that they downgraded and bringing in Bingham, not by a lot. I don't think Bingham is obviously terrible. Like he'll still get the job done, but I worry with how thin the back line is that you don't bring in a very solid goalkeeper. Feels like Portland's in that MLS 4.0 scenario where they're gonna win every game 8-6, which will be super exciting to watch. But yeah, I want to see how they replace him. I don't know if they'll go with a homegrown. Will they go with an outside signing? I don't know. Will they do nothing and go with Bingham for the full year? I guess we'll just have to see.
Actually, here's some information for you. Something that I just picked up here. I didn't do a ton of research into him while I was trying to kind of speed prep this. Ivacic has 23 clean sheets in 82 games for the Slovenian league. He is a Slovenian champion, Slovenian Cup winner, and has just about 133 professional appearances at aged 28. So I think he's probably in line to be number one with David Bingham as his backup.
Okay. Still, I still, okay. I guess my question is, how does he transition into MLS? Because I can't imagine the Slovenian league is similar to this league.
He does have 7 appearances so far for Portland. He got 90 minutes against a 6-1 win against San Jose, 90 minutes in the 2-1 loss to Real Salt Lake. He is hurt consistently. Goodness me.
That's why I got Bingham as backup.
Yeah, then he lost to Minnesota. He played 50 minutes in a 1-1 draw against San Jose. Yeah, so he was their bench guy when Clark was hurt, but I think he's next in line to make that step.
Yeah, I would think he's probably also the starter too.
My big question was last year a fluke? Did they get lucky? They went on a crazy run. Was it all just kind of running on momentum? Are they really as good as they are? How do you repeat last year? What do you have to do to get the same results that you did last year in a very tough Western Conference? Especially if you don't bring back Van Rankin, which I think he will, but without Steve Clark in goal making some saves, without Diego Valeri making his impact sub appearances, how do you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm going to change my question really quick since we kind of answered the goalkeeper one, but my question is going to be, who starts at striker? I think the question was there for a while because they had Mora, Niezgoda, and Abobasi. Obviously, Abobasi's out of the picture now, and Mora kind of seemed to lock down that starting spot. But will Mora be able to keep it, or does Niezgoda get some game time and start to win that spot back? So I think Mora's probably the starter going into the season, but Niezgoda is definitely good enough to make that a conversation.
Sure, sure. All right. I have them finishing 4th to 7th in the West, anywhere in that range, lower half playoff.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I'd say like fourth to sixth.
Okay. Cool.